fly healthy.
Tim is looking for a second date update with a woman he met named Erica. Is that right, Tim?
Yeah, that's right.
How are you, Tim?
I'm good.
Good. All right, you want to take us from the top? Tell us how you two met, how the first date went. We'll go from there.
Yeah, so riddle me this. I meet this super hot girl on Tinder, right? And I decide I'm going to go all out, right? Like certain girls, like based on this chick's profile, like I'm going to go all out. So I take her to a really nice dinner, took her to Carlo and Johnny's, picked her up in the Mercedes, and I wine and dine this girl.
Fancy.
Guys, like spared no expense on the food, $200 bottle of wine, and like I can tell she's vibing this, right? Like she's impressed.
That is definitely a certain vibe to be picked up in a Mercedes, taken to Carlo and Johnny, and buying $200 bottles of wine on the first date.
Yeah, that is.
That is an experience, and for me in that situation, I don't know how comfortable I would be. I don't know. I think that would make me a little bit like, oh wow, this guy's spending
way too much money on me.
A lot of money.
That is its own vibe.
What are you feeling? Are you feeling like there's an expectation on his part? Are you feeling pressure? Like, oh man.
That would all depend on his behavior.
Okay.
Like, the spending money is one thing, and then the behavior would be another. But it would just be, because that's not something I do very often. So that's like a big special occasion kind of night for me.
Well, you are the special occasion.
Apparently. But it would be it would be awkward. I would feel a little awkward in that situation.
Okay. Well, how do you think she was digging it, Tim? Do you think she was enjoying it, or
turned on by it, or?
It's about the confidence. Like I've seen kids with their dad's Mercedes, go out, but like they just don't know how to be. So then it's obvious, it gets weird, just like you were saying, like it's all about the vibe. So came in with confidence, right? Spared no expense on the dinner. But then, like, I turned on the charm. Okay, I was funny, I was witty, intelligent, like she was into it. I'm telling her stories about my life. She's laughing, she's crying. Like, I'm telling you guys, like, she was totally into this. Like, I can't imagine a scenario where I'm not coming out smelling like roses.
Well, you're not lacking in the confidence department.
I was going to say the same thing, Jeff. Maybe it's that you were overconfident about the situation.
Well, when you know.
Yeah. Some people find confidence very sexy. Some people find confidence a little arrogant.
Well, there is that fine line between confidence and arrogance, and you don't really know when you cross it and, where that line is until you cross it.
So far, I'm really feeling you, though. I like this date. I think this is great.
Was it your Mercedes, Tim, or did you rent it? And I'm not...
or borrow it.
Well, I'm not throwing any shade here, but I mean, I have heard of guys who, in an effort to impress, will either borrow or sometimes rent a luxury vehicle in order to make a strong first impression.
But eventually she's going to find out.
Agreed. I got to ask.
But then I like you enough to be okay with the lie. Wow, you did all of that to impress me?
To get into the Taurus.
Right?
Tim, I'm only asking
drive away.
because you dropped the word Mercedes. Leads me to believe that you were...
I know those guys. I've seen those guys, but no, that's not me. This is mine. Plus, like, I'm not going to go rent a Mercedes for a first date.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Okay.
We had this awesome date. I went the full mile. I pulled out all the stops, and I texted her the next morning. I sent her roses, and I just haven't heard anything back. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. I don't know if she's got issues or if I was a little intimidating, and she's kind of worried about getting this started or something like that. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
That's why I'm coming to you.
So how did it end again? You drove her home and what?
Yeah, drove her home. Just a perfect gentleman. I told her I'd love to come in, but I didn't do it. I told her, hey, let's, I'd prefer to wait. I made it clear, I was in there. She knew.
Did you get the impression that she wanted you to come in?
Oh yeah, definitely. Of course, definitely wanted me to.
Why wouldn't she?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I'm assuming you're a pretty good looking dude, right?
Oh, I mean, I don't like to brag, but
yeah,
I know how to put myself together. Yeah.
Okay.
I always find situations like this so interesting, though, because I go back to Sex and the City, where Berger was telling what's her name, the redhead, Miranda, that such and such wasn't into him because he didn't go up. And she's like, what do you mean? He said he had a work meeting. And he's like, listen, if I'm into you, I'm coming up. So maybe she felt like this was a little bit of a diss by you not coming up.
She's like, oh, Tim's just not that into me.
Yeah.
Now, did she verbally say that she wanted you to come into the house, or was this just a vibe you were picking up on without any words needing to be said?
Yeah, well, exactly. We did the dance. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, she
Well,
didn't
then that
say
makes
anything
sense.
explicitly, but like, and even if she was like a little dissed, that's what works. That's what gets me back in later on. Like, every time.
All right.
We're gonna leave it there for now. We're gonna take a break, Tim, and when we come back, we'll call Erica. We'll see what she has to say, what she thought of you. Be curious to see, if there are any similarities or what her perspective was, if it was completely different, or maybe she's just got something else going on altogether. I don't know. We'll find out as we continue. Second date update here, Cincinnati's Q102. Well, credit to Tim for pulling out all the stops.
Mr. Fancy Pants.
Picked her up in the Benz, man.
Yeah.
Took her to Carlo and Johnny. Ordered a $200 bottle of wine. Had her laughing. Had her crying.
All the feels. Had her horny, too. Is that what I think he's claiming.
Sounds like it.
Picking up on the vibe. She wanted him in her house.
Based on his account.
Yep. But he said no. You're not getting any of this tonight.
Teasing her.
That's right. You just wait. Wait. It'll be worth it.
Well, the way Tim describes it, he was trying to be a gentleman. He was trying to be the perfect gentleman. Right,
Right.
Tim?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We know the game. We're familiar. Always leave them wanting more. Right, Jeff?
It's a proven strategy, Jen.
Just fancy car, some awesome mac and cheese.
Salted ride. Tim loves the salted
Developer
ride.
luxury.
Right. Some very pricey wine
Yep.
in a pretty bottle.
A little MSG.
Yes. Who isn't turned on by all of that?
All of those things you listed, Jen, would get all four of us in this room ready to go.
Naked real fast, wouldn't it? Especially
yeah.
the mac and cheese.
I don't even need the car. Let's just get it and get it going.
Yeah. All right, Tim, you ready to call Erica and see why she's blowing you off after all that?
Yep, let's find out what the issue is.
All right, let's do what the issue is.
Hello?
Hi, is this Erica?
Yeah, this is Erica. Who's calling?
Erica, it's Jeff, Jen, Fritch, and Tim at Q102. How you doing this morning?
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Well, now I'm doing really well. This is so awesome.
Good to talk to you. You got a few minutes?
For you, of course.
Well, that was very nice.
That is very nice.
Have we ever called you before?
No, this is like pretty much the biggest thing that happened to me in as long as I can remember.
Oh, I'm so glad you feel that way.
That's great.
Because we wanted to talk to you about your friend Tim. You went to What? Why is that funny?
You're calling me for a second date update. OMG.
Yeah.
Mhm, you're lucky
I'm
to.
like, I'm shocked, but I'm not really shocked, I guess. So, yeah, Tim, wow. Oh, wow. There's a lot to say about Tim.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm a little jealous of this date you went on. I'd love an evening out at Carlo and Johnny with a $200 bottle of wine and a side of mac and cheese.
And a ride in a Mercedes.
Yeah, he definitely pulled out all the stops.
Well, what were your impressions of Tim? Because Tim's a little perplexed as to why you've been scarce, shall we say.
Yeah, I'm sure he is completely perplexed because he's so into himself. He's like really oblivious.
Oh, no. Oh, boy.
I mean, well, let me start from the beginning because that maybe sounded unkind. So I'm positive he has no problem getting lots of pretty girls to like him. You know, he's really attractive, like almost to the point that it's unbelievable, if that makes sense.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he obviously, a little like he has a lot of money, so that never hurts. But oh my gosh, the arrogance! Wow, and it was like right out of the gates, he like picked me up in his Mercedes and started bragging about the car. And I mean, I don't even know what he was talking about, honestly. I don't know much about cars, all that car jargon and stuff, whatever. He takes me to one of Ruby's restaurants, and I was totally cool with that. I mean, I love their food, but we get there, and he doesn't like the table that they see us at. So he says, "You must not know who I am. I'm not going to say his name, but I'm so-and-so's son."
He said that?
Yeah, I'm so-and-so's son. And listen, his dad, like, really is, let's just say his dad's a high-profile dude who probably bought him that Mercedes, by the way. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure you would know the name, but I'm not going to say. Like, that seems like, why bring the dad into this whole thing, right?
Sure.
But it was so embarrassing. I mean, it was actually a really nice table that they wanted to put us at, and the hostess didn't flinch. She was, she took it with a smile and took us to another table that was, I mean, it was a little more private, I guess, considered a better table, but oh my God, I mean, I don't even know what you'd call it. Like, that attitude, that arrogance, that
entitlement.
Yes, that's the word. Thank you. That's exactly it. So, I don't know. It was embarrassing to me. And that was just the beginning.
Oh, no.
Well, we certainly got a sense of Tim's confidence when we talked to him. Sure.
And we wondered.
Always wondered, how.
Did he cross that line into arrogance?
Yeah, I mean, it was a lovely meal in terms, I mean, obviously the food was delicious, the wine was incredible, but the conversation was like, he spent the whole time talking about how amazing he is.
Selling himself.
Can you imagine?
Now, he claims that when he took you back to your place, that he totally picked up on the vibe that you wanted him. And you wanted him in your house that night, badly.
Well, that made her laugh.
I mean, I would say there was some tension between us, but it was more like me feeling like, oh my God, when is this going to be over? When can I have, like, my own headspace again? It's not devoted to glorifying stories about telling about himself. Like, I mean, I don't know. He did say something about he wanted to build up this sexual tension between us. So when we were finally together, it would be the most amazing night of my life, and he could guarantee it. And it was just like, I mean, I
there you go, Jen. Leave him wanting more.
That's right.
Right there.
That's right. It's what you got to do.
Yep.
It was too much. It was like, it was ridiculous. And I mean, I could probably write his biography. I know so much about it.
Oh
right
my
now.
goodness.
So you think a little humility, maybe some subtlety would have benefited him in this case?
I mean, why is he even assuming that there's going to be a second date? He basically assumed that I was going to sleep with him, and I don't know. I just that was such a turnoff. Besides everything else, like, I don't know. Give him a mirror and a good bottle of wine. I think he'll be happy.
Aw, that's not very nice.
Aww.
Maybe he just doesn't know. Like, I don't know.
No.
Some people suck at picking up on social cues.
Yeah.
Because from what he was experiencing, you were totally into everything that he was doing and saying and buying.
Yeah. Well, Erica, we have Tim on the line, and credit to Tim for allowing you the opportunity to speak without interrupting.
Yeah, it was the first time I got to speak since I met him. Like, he wasn't really into me talking too much.
Maybe he hung up. Are you still there?
Tim, are you still with us?
No, I'm here, just listening to all that. And frankly, I feel bad for you. Honestly, like, clearly you weren't, like, comfortable in that kind of environment, like, you'd interpret me going out of my way for you all night. Like, that table was in the middle of the restaurant. Everyone around us, couldn't hear myself think, so I get us a window table. And, like, all you're doing is sitting there thinking about, like, how, like, weird it is. You're obsessing over my dad, I guess. And then, I don't know. I guess you'd be just more comfortable, like, going to fast food. You know what I mean? But, I think anybody with sense would think that was a pretty amazing date. But, I feel bad.
Yeah, it's amazing how it becomes all my fault. I had a feeling that would be the case because clearly everything with you is perfect and wonderful. So I think you just need to find someone who likes you as much as you like yourself, and it'll be good.
Oh,
Found plenty, so that's fine.
All right. Well, it sounds like Tim is still doing well in the confidence department.
Yeah.
this is not a match.
Nope.
And there will be some woman out there that absolutely loves
Yeah.
Oh,
the way that he
I know
is.
a few.
That will
They're
totally
probably
be
gonna
into
email the
that.
show.
and
Oh, yeah.
There is a trophy wife out there, babe, just waiting for you. Just waiting.
I hope she's listening.
Hey, if they email us, I will email it to you, okay?
Yep. We'll send her and her photo your way.
Yes, we will.
I assume you would require a photo, Tim.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
It's
Obviously.
helpful.
Sure.
I mean, had a few mistakes on blind dates. Like you just don't go that route.
Right. No, understood. Well, Erica, thank you for taking the call.
Well, it was great to talk to you. And, if you hear from any down-to-earth guys who just like to have a great time and are interesting and interested in me, they can find me through you, I hope.
Well, good luck with that.
Is this still the most exciting thing that's happened to you in a long time, this phone call?
It was way more exciting than the date I went on recently.
Wow.
Burn.
Got it.
All right. Well, if you need help with your second date update, we would love
are
to help you.
here for you.
Thanks.